It was Thursday when more than 50 police officers entered an old bank building in a tiny country town north of Adelaide and unearthed what's believed to be Australia's worst serial killing.
Our major crime detectives, in conjunction with a small group of forensic police officers, were able to open the vault where you have decompositions of bodies.
I guess we weren't surprised with what we found, given the smell coming from the place.
As a story, it had all the elements. Everything from entrapment to merciless slaughter to almost a vampiric thing like putting bodies in barrels and then hiding the barrels away.
There were a lot of disability pensioners. There was a lot of people who were on the dole. These people were living in fairly average conditions, a lot of poverty. There wasn't the same support network that perhaps you and I might have around us.
The jury found 37-year-old John Justin Bunting guilty of murdering 11 people and 31-year-old Robert Joe Wagner guilty of 7 murders. He's already pleaded guilty to 3. Before killing many of his victims, Bunting forced them to recite lines and phrases which he recorded and then used these recordings to deceive concerned relatives and others.
The jury verdicts confirm Bunting and Wagner as Australia's worst serial killers. Theirs was a remorseless and relentless campaign of murder. Unlike other such cases, their targets were not randomly selected. They knew all their victims.
It's a very dark tale, and the darkness of that tale is very attractive against a town called Snow.
At the time, it was just more of a spotlight on the town and on the gruesome facts of it all. But we probably didn't realise it was going to have such a negative impact on the town.
Snowtown, the community, we were victims of this whole thing. The bank's still standing there. Like it's just been left exactly as it was when it was found 20 years ago, and like surely in the aftermath of it, there probably would have been time and money to demolish it.
People forget that nothing happened in Snowtown apart from it being a storage place. Murders happened in other towns that don't receive the media attention.
Inquiry out of Adelaide, which would uncover a tale of torture.
A shattered human skull and others.
Australia's worst serial killing has left an indelible mark on those.
Morning, Dave.
I'm John. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Probably when they called the movie Snowtown, it was a bit of a sore point.
There was minimal consultation with the town when it came to the making of a movie, Snowtown. They generally didn't want to participate in that.
There's no doubt that we have a number of people rolling through Snowtown to get a look at the bank, and it's a pile of bricks and a shiny door. People want to go to the place where this massive story happened.
So people sometimes drive in, pull up opposite the bank, get out, take a photo and drive away. It's no big deal. It's even funny when they look at the old bank and they take a photo in front of the other bank. They got the wrong bank.
There had been a suggestion that at the end of all the investigation and all the court cases, that building would be taken over by government, and as was done at Salisbury North, it would be demolished so that there was nothing to encourage spectator tourism.
I would be perfectly happy for the memory of the bodies in the barrel to fade into the past. But I accept that we will never be rid of the stigma of it.
It could have happened at 20 towns around the community, except it happened to us.
Have you forgotten Jack the Ripper? I mean, it doesn't happen. It's always going to be there somewhere. We, I suppose, have just got used to the notoriety, but it's a bit of also give a dog a bad name. They think that it's now an evil place, where it's clearly not. It's just a little country town in rural South Australia.